40 sinkplate teen die suidewind is ons volgende storie. En dit is 'n interessante verhaal wat ons vertel van 'n sinkhuisie waarin 'n man met die naam Johannes woon. Kom ons gaan kyk. In 'n opsomming van hierdie verhaal sien ons dat dit bloot 'n beskrywing is van hoe Johannes se sinkplaathuisie lyk. It's a description of how Johannes's house looks. It's a little shack in the township next to Ventersdorp. So the whole theme and everything in the story is focused around how in a lot of rural areas, platteland, the white and black people still live separately from each other, and that there are still a lot of differences between them. So we're going to dig a little bit deeper and see what we learn from this story. Reg, hierdie is 'n reisverhaal, 'n travelling story, met 'n humoristiese aanslag en ook 'n filosofiese ondertoon. So even though we find some humor in the story, we also find a philosophical undertone. Reg. Dit gaan spesifiek oor die kontrasterende leefwyses van wit en swart mense in 'n plattelandse dorpie. En dit laat 'n mens nadink oor hoe mense by mekaar verbyleef sonder om mekaar werklik te ken. So this story is about the contrasting ways of life of white and black people in a rural town. And it makes us think about how people live past each other without really knowing each other. Hierdie tema word dan ook beklemtoon in die slotreëls, wanneer die spreker nie eers Johannes se regte naam ken nie. So as we read through the story and we find the description, we can almost feel the pride that Johannes has in every single piece that was used in the building of his little shack. He knows exactly how many pieces of corrugated iron and advertisement posts and things that he used to put together his little house. He knows exactly where they came from. He has a deep sense of pride to know that he put these things together, where he got them from, which parts were new that he bought, who he got them from, who helped him to get it there. And when the speaker goes with him inside of the house, he recognizes some of the furniture and things that used to be in their house. And that makes him think back on his own days when he was a child. And there we get references to things like TV programs in the 70s when TV just came out in South Africa. So it's a very real depiction of the differences that we find. And then the complete irony of when he sees the certificate on the wall with a name on, and he asks, but who is this person? And when the man that he knows as Johannes then said, dis ek daai, it's me. So he, through all these years, he never even knew Johannes's real name. And that then emphasizes the theme of the story of how we live past each other without really knowing each other. Let's go and have a look. Die karakters in ons storie, ons kry 2 hoofkarakters hier, die verteller, en uit biografiese inligting sien ons dat dit die skrywer self is. So in this specific instance, the speaker in the story is also the writer himself, the author. Ons tweede hoofkarakter is Johannes. Hy werk vir die skrywer se pa en sy naam is eintlik Tsepo Mbeli. Die verteller in ons verhaal is 'n eerste persoonsverteller en soos ons gesê het uit biografiese inligting, weet ons dit is die skrywer self. Waar speel hierdie plek af, of hierdie storie althans, die ruimte en die tyd? Dit is by Johannes se huis op die township op Ventersdorp. Dit speel af in die hede, in the present, en dan vind ons enkele terugflitse na die skrywer se kinderdae, when he sees the furniture and then he thinks back on his own days as a child. Die intrige van hierdie verhaal, the storyline, die eksposisie, die aanloop van die verhaal. Dit begin met hulle wat aankom by Johannes se huis. So the story starts when they arrive at Johannes' house. En dit is ook terselfdertyd die metodiese moment. Die skrywer het saam met Johannes gekom om oogiesdraad af te laai. Johannes wanted chicken wire, they call it, to build a chicken coop at his house, and the speaker's father had extra wires, so he took it on the back of his bakkie to Johannes' house. Konflik in hierdie verhaal kry ons eintlik nie. Daar is geen werklike konflik nie. Al wat ons kry is 'n teenstelling, 'n contrast tussen waardestelsels, values. So ons kry net 'n kontras in hierdie verhaal. What the speaker is used to versus Johannes' reality. Die klimaks in hierdie verhaal kry ons wanneer die spreker die sertifikaat sien en nie die naam ken nie. So when he sees the certificate against the wall and he does not know the name that's written on it. Die afloop en die ontknoping. The way that this story ends, it leaves the reader to decide on their own. Die leser moet nou self besluit wat die skrywer oor die verhouding tussen wit en swart wil sê met hierdie onverwagte wending. So the author leaves it up to the reader to decide for themselves what it is that he is trying to say with this unexpected change at the end of the story. Hierdie storie het 'n rustige verteltrant. It is a very calm, conversational way of telling a story. Die woordgebruik is eie aan die plattelandse ruimte. So the words that he uses is what they would use in that rural setting. Soos wat hy die storie vertel, voel dit vir ons as die leser of 'n mens saam met hulle om en in die huis beweeg. As they describe everything, we as the reader feel like we're moving with them through the house and around the house. Die sinkplate in hierdie storie, en daarom is dit ook in die titel, is simbolies. Want wat vir ander weggooi goed is vir Johannes kosbaar. What some people throw away as rubbish is precious to Johannes. He uses that to build his home. Hy weet presies hoeveel sinkplate hy gebruik het. And when the speaker asks him, he says proudly he used 40 sinkplate. Hierdie beskrywings skep dan ook die kontras, want dit laat die skrywer terugdink aan sy kinderdae. So it makes him think of the comfort of his own home and as he was growing up, and that once again links back to our theme of the contrasts between the way of living and living past each other without really knowing each other. Right. So for this story, you're going to find your questions on page 105. And once you have completed that, please turn to page 257 for the answers. And once again, your reference is your prescribed book, Spielbeelde, and I will see you for the next one.